Hi Pisces, this is your forecast for the month of June 2018. This is a general reading for Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, or Pisces Moon. For a more rounded overview, please watch your rising and moon sign as well. Now, the underlying energy is this death card. So there are major changes taking place, major life changes, or people who are going to bring change to you. Now, this could be you wrapping up some unfinished business. It could be you trying to liberate yourself, especially with that Three of Pentacles. If you had some clingy, insecure people, you want to cut those ties and leave the past behind. You want to renew yourself. You want to empower yourself. Now, for some of you who don't want to accept change, maybe you're grieving that some changes have taken place. There have been some endings that have changed your life in some way, and maybe those were unwelcome changes. Maybe it changed your status for the worse. Maybe you got a divorce, or you had to leave your job, or you had to relocate. Now, those could be also happy things if you're ready to regenerate yourself and take on a new life, a new attitude, reinventing yourself. So for some of you, you're purging, you're cutting off, you're releasing, you're letting go, you're transitioning in order to rebirth. You are like you're like a butterfly about to emerge from the cocoon. So there's some opportunities or some challenges that you're facing, and it all comes down to your will to survive as to what, the situation plays out to be. But this is your chance, your moment to do something different, to be something different, to create a different outcome. Because, if you do the same thing, you'll get the same results. And it's likely that you feel some kind of dissatisfaction. Maybe you feel dissatisfied about letting go of something or trying to jumpstart something. But you don't want to be enclosed in a box. This is a moment where you want to be free. You don't want to be confined. You don't want people vague or leading you on or misleading you. You want your situation to be stable. You want it to grow. You want to move forward because you're focused on your security and your well-being and your foundation. And you're willing to do whatever is necessary to make sure that that happens. So you're looking at your connections with others, things that are on offer, your emotional relationships, and you're making some changes. Perhaps in some cases you're purging, you're letting go, you're cutting ties, doesn't work. In other cases you're saying, yeah, I have to deal with you, but I don't have to deal with you on that level. So I'll deal with you in your proper place. I'm putting some perspective about this relationship, and I'm going to transform it in some way so that it works better for me. For some of you, you're reconnecting, you're regenerating some old ties. Maybe you're resuming a friendship from a long time ago. For some of you, there's a strong tie to a Scorpio person. This is a month where you are adapting to change. And as long as you're flexible, if you're rolling with the punches, you're going to be okay. But for some of you, you just can't get past what's been going on, especially if somebody has violated you or victimized you in some way. You may be tempted to sit right down and not get up again. You're dwelling on the past, the unpleasant situations, and you're letting that keep you stuck. You're keeping you stagnant. You're closing yourself to opportunities, to things that would make you happy, that would improve a situation for you, because you can't get past the grievances. So you may close yourself off. You may build a wall around yourself and around your heart. And maybe, some things have happened for so long that you don't even want to talk about it anymore. There's nothing left to say. You're going to walk out of the discussion. Now, that may be appropriate, especially if, again, you've been dealing with something and you honestly feel that that situation is holding you back. But in other cases, perhaps you just are being a little bit inflexible. Maybe you're in denial about something, or you're resistant to making changes that could improve your partnership or your environment or your work or your attitude or your health. And so you're going to stay stuck. This is a month of regeneration. Who can you be now? And that's being tested, challenged. So you're looking at the material, the emotional, the physical, the psychological, and how can you live a better life? Unfortunately, it could be some instances where you're dealing with the shadow side of yourself or a situation. Maybe, you're taking a risk and you're playing with fire in some cases. Maybe there's the hidden aspect of a situation or yourself that you haven't been ready to acknowledge or to face. And it could be that you're dealing with some fears or some illusions and you need to recognize what you're afraid of so that you can address it to move forward. Now, this card, Death, has a strong tie to Pluto. Pluto is currently retrograde, and when that happens, we very often see the darker side of others. This is about manipulation, underhanded tactics, obsessions, compulsions, and they may center around shared resources, intimacy, sexuality, crisis and stressful situations that create change, like serious illness or surgery, or perhaps, things that have to do with issues that make profound impact on you in some way. So this is a very important month for you that centers around your emotions and creating some stability. But there's progress in here. You have 2, 3, 4. And so you're moving in a progression. It's the end of a cycle and you start some new beginning for yourself. There's only one major card, the Death card. And this is centering around, your creativity, your passion, sharing, healing, perhaps shared well-being with others, uniting with others. Connecting to friends and sharing information that will be important for you to sort out, especially with that Three of Pentacles. Somebody's putting a light on something. You're having some face-to-face dialogue in order to create improvement. It's going to be vital that you recognize what information is true versus what is merely trivial, what has an agenda behind it and may not be truth for you. There's a lot of water. So, it could be that some of the decisions are very clouded and the thinking may be off. Maybe there's not enough communication. Maybe somebody's being irrational, illogical, impractical. There's not a lot of motivation to move things forward. There could be some apathy about something, a lack of desire. In fact, this could be a month where you're satisfied just to relax. Maybe you're involved in some kind of guilty pleasure, or there's some hedonism. You're caught up in the sensual. Because maybe you just want some soothing and comfort for yourself. And you are grounded enough not to let that get carried away. And you also have the strength and the fortitude to redress any imbalance, wherever that may be. Some of you may be pushing those that are closest to you away because you're hiding behind work, or you've made the decision for yourself that money comes before love. All right, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything. I'd love for you to join me on Instagram or come over to my blog for a daily post. And of course, you can always book a personal reading at thealchemistastrologer.com.